What I'll be sharing with you guys is on dress, trousers and sleeve, because that's not supposed to. So for the dress measurement, what you need, basically the dress measurement is just a combination of the top and the skirts, because every measurement you need for the tops, every measurement you need for skirt, like I always say, the only difference might be in the waist, and it also depends on the design. You, for dress, it's usually just the natural waist, but if the design requires that you use the low waist, then that is the only difference. But the measurements is what that you need for the bodies is the same measurement, like what you need of course for the dress. If it's even if it's a strapless dress, like a corset dress, a bustier dress, you still need to get your shoulder, your across chest and across, same way you apply them. So for the shoulder, you just put it as is, like it would, like when we took Cynthia's measurement, her measurement is her shoulder measurement is 3.5, so we just use 3.5 as is. Across back and across chest we divide by 2. Bust points, you put it as is. From the shoulder you just take it down to the point. Then the bodies front, bodies back, you divide by 2. The bust you divide by 4. The waist you divide by 4. The hip you divide by 4. So like I was saying, the hip measurement you divide it by 4, but to get the hip level, you understand, that's the hip level or the hip depth, you divide the hip measurement by 4. To get the hip level, you divide the hip measurement by 4 minus 1 inch. So from the waist, you measure from the waist to that measurement. Let's say if the hip is 36, you divide it by 4, you get 39 minus 1, that's 8. So the distance between the waist and the hip level is going to be 8 inches. So then the dress length, of course, as is. Then if the dress length that you measured is 36, you put it 36, then you put the necessary allowances. Like for me, I would say you put 1.5 allowance, because 1 for hemming it at the base, then 1/2 inch for the shoulder. You put the next, then round under bust divided by 4, bust point as is from shoulder. But like I always tell people, everything is measured, is cut on fold. So for a dress, let's use a dress now. If you have this as a dress, fold it half, do this, come this way, and this is your dress. So you have your shoulder measurement, you have this, which is of course 3 by 3 inches. Then you have your bust point. Then like I always say, the under bust, depending on measure, we use broken lines. Then we have our waist, then we have our hip, then of course from here down we have our dress length. So that's the measurement you need for your dresses. Then for the sleeve, for your sleeve measurement, like the sleeve also, as with the distance, is cut on fold, but there are some adjustments you might need to do when you do it open. Like I told you, now we are not drafting the main block for the patterns. What I'm doing here is just showing you how to apply this measurements. Like for the sleeve, let's assume that this is a piece of cloth. You fold it. Let me just use this piece. This is what your sleeve looks like when it's on fold. Then you know when your sleeve is open, if you're cutting it, this is what, yeah, as in the main, this is what a basic sleeve looks like. Short sleeve, I mean. This is what it actually looks like. So this is the length. Of course, you know, this is for the length from here to here. Then we have the bicep. So this length, of course, you put it as it is. As is. Then you add your normal allowances, 1 inch for hemming and 1/2 inch for sewing. Then the bicep measurement, you divide it by 2. Then what you need to find out when it comes to sleeve is just the distance from the top to the bicep level. That's the level of the bicep. Now when it comes to that, from size 12, from size 12 down, what is the distance from the top to the bicep level is 5 inches. Then from size 14 up, what the distance you use is 6 inches. I think from size 14 down to, I think, size 18 to size 18, I think you use 6 inches to get the level of the bicep. So that is, so let's say for example you're cutting this is your sleeve, you want to cut it, is on fold now. I think I should do it like this. You first of all get the length of the sleeve. First of all, you have that. This is your length. Then you measure from here down. Let's say if it's a size 12, you measure from this top down 5 inches, you mark it. So what you do, you use your curve rulers. Remember, I'm showing you how to apply your measurement. When we are drafting the basic block, that's when you need. Then you get your cuff measurement. Like, yeah, the cuff measurement here. You also divide by, this is your bicep. This is your cuff. This you divide by 2 inches also. So you get that. Then this is your cuff, divide by 2, place it here, you get the bicep, place it here. Then you use your ruler and join these two lines. This one divide by 2, this one divide by 2 inches. This one from here to here is 5 inches. When we are drafting the basic block, that's when we'll now start doing front and back of the sleeve. So for now, this is all you need, and this is how you apply the measurements for your sleeve. So this is the one for your dress, this is the one for your sleeve. For the dress, this, and from this for the sleeve, this. So now the final one is your trouser. Trouser is not cut on fold because the middle of the trouser is already divided. You understand? This is what your trouser looks like. Now your trouser is already looking like this. Because this is what your trouser looks like. If you want pockets, you put your pocket. So this is generally what your trouser looks like. So you need this one. Now this measurement is of course divided by 4. The hip measurement divided by 4. Your thigh is divided by 2. Your knee divided by 2, and the trouser base is also divided by 2. Note this measurement. These are the measurements you need. Then this one, the rise, is as is. I'm going to have to show you guys. Cynthia is going to sit down. I'm going to show you how you get the crouch measurement. I didn't show you then how you get it, but with the crouch. Hello everyone. So I want to demonstrate to you how you take the measurement for your crouch. And the crouch is the same thing as the sit or the rise. It depends on what book you're studying from, what video you're watching from, or where on whichever fashion school, but they generally mean the same thing. So usually when you want to take the measurement, it's advised that you tell the person to sit on a flat surface, because the measurement has to be taken from the waist down to the top of the flat surface. Or the other way you can equally take it is like to get the arc of the crouch is to put the tape underneath the person's leg. You understand? So let me just show you that. So this is what you do. Like this is her waist, but you have to try to keep your tape straight. So to the top of the seat. What we have here is from her waist down to the top of the seat is like 6, or let's say 6.5. That's it. So you get that. Or the other way I do it, if you can, you put it underneath here and go from the back. That's the top of the bum, yeah, the back waist, till the front, where you naturally will have the waist of your trouser. So you get that measurement. That way when you're sewing, when you join the two legs together, you can measure the arc of the crouch, and to ensure that everything is in order. So that is how you take the measurement for the crouch for your trouser. So with that, we've come to the end of the application of your various body measurements. So once again, I want to say thank you if you've come thus far, and if you're yet to subscribe, please subscribe to the channel and give it a thumbs up if you find value, and please also share it to whoever you think will benefit from this tutorial, and see you on the next tutorial. Bye bye.